All right, so here's your answers to the fertility medical mystery. Why the heck isn't she getting or staying pregnant? 5 failed IUIs, 6 failed IVFs. All her labs are normal for both her and her partner, and her embryos were perfect. As always, after 25 years being a clinician, I'm always going to try to look at what are the underlying issues that we're missing, because obviously everything else looks kind of perfect. When I spoke with this woman, and she was so incredibly, as you can imagine, so demoralized, the first thing I always ask her is what was your energy like on a 1 to 10? And she's like, it's terrible. It's like a 2. And I was like, okay, so your energy is a 2 out of 10. All right, that's a big problem. And second, tell me about your menstrual blood. How many days of bleeding do you have? Do you have about 4 days of bleeding? Soak a tampon or a pad about every 4 hours. No cramping, clotting, or spotting. And she's like, actually, I only have about 2 days of menstrual bleeding, and the majority of it is dark, clotty blood. And then afterwards, I have about 1 day of pink spotting. So what we see is that there isn't enough energy to fuel the mitochondrial function of the eggs. Even though the eggs were perfect, the embryos were perfect, they still need energy and resources for correct maturation. And then there's no suitable place for implantation if almost all of her menstrual blood is full of clots and dark blood. So what we would be working on is trying to identify what's the source of the fatigue and exhaustion, and then identify what are the underlying factors causing the clotting and the cramping. Get rid of that, clean up the blood, make more energy, make more blood, and I think she's going to be fast on her way. I know this is a little bit of a different way of looking at your fertility than most of your doctors are talking to you about, but I can tell you after 20 years with more than 10,000 cases that this approach to identifying the underlying factors impacting your fertility and your ability to get pregnant can be extremely helpful, especially in these kind of mysterious cases. If you would like me to review your case and schedule a one-on-one consultation with me, pop up to the link in my bio. There's a link for you to sign up and get yourself scheduled. I look forward to chatting with you soon.